This is our evening dinner, and the name of the restaurant is
Bistro. Yeah, Bistro 1.
Bistro 1?
Yeah, it's right there. Bistro 1.
Bistro 1. It's a nice little place. Food was good. We had a sausage and potato. Excellent meal. Very tasty. A nice glass of wine. We're on the second floor of a very small establishment. But I guess what do you need, right?
Okay, if you can tell me what I know, I have
Gentleman that serves a good glass of wine. Now the bistro restaurant, we were upstairs in those two windows. And to do it justice, I thought I'd show you the main floor. They're eating outside here.
Beautiful day in London.
And we're still in our shirt sleeves. It's 7 o'clock. The whole street. It's restaurants.
Life in the big city. Life in the big city. Over there?
Yeah, there was a nice
breakfast buffet.
There's Jesse having breakfast. Say good morning. Well, we're off the freeway. Finally. Freeways are freeways, so there's nothing special to see there. Now we're just on a lesser traveled road, I guess.
No, exactly. Well, if you open at 9, you're going to be lucky and you can do that. No, you can't. What am I talking about? We are arriving by train and we have to bring the bags to the hotel and have breakfast. Hold on. Hold on. Breakfast place is not far from the other. Lucky and be able to squeeze it in with many signs in, but I've got my doubts. If we're doing pizza, I don't think, because otherwise you're going to be rushed. I mean, you have to really run.
I would expect, I don't know what they're growing over here, Pat. Okay, trees, I guess, some kind of shrubs are probably nurturing.
There's the market, the San Lorenzo market, they love it. They love it, they can see the food like you, which you don't see, well I can take you in the evening anyway there, if you want, but, and I don't know, I mean I like pizza, I don't want to put up stuff, but if you want to see a bit of Florence, pizza and Florence together, don't. Exactly. So that's the difference. If you go 2 nights in Florence, no problem, you can fit in pizza easily, and you can do your stuff. But
Times that we did it, we got off around 6 o'clock in the morning.
Because you have breakfast, you do your pizza, then you go to Florence, you do your sightseeing, and then you've got a bit of free time. But I
Are we
can,
going up? That's my turn. Okay, is that my turn?
we can do it if you want to. Well, the only way of doing it will be the following day now before leaving, because we don't have the bus. Unless we go to Pisa, so maybe I can ask the driver to.
How about we
Got their friend that you. Alright, okay, yeah.
so,
I don't know, I told you, I mean, Pisa is really nice. Absolutely.
that's a one-trick pony.
Exactly.
That's one trick, and that's
Yeah. I know. Well, we can't have all, but then again, they can come back. I went out with the power last year was open, so.
I've never been out, but well, maybe next time.
Okay, well, the only important thing is that I know about tomorrow because I need to phone.
Okay, you know what?
That's the only
I think I'm not going to take my money yet. We're going to see Florence.
Okay. Brilliant. I think the other group want to do that too, so I'll make sure and then I'll let everyone know.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow. But you know what? I'll have a look there, but you know what? With this kind of tours, they don't really have time, and I had been there, most of them under 18 that don't pay anyway. We've got the Louvre included, so... No, but it's actually really good, so...
Well, you don't have to queue up, that's the big order. There's no queue, you just go straight in.
Right.
There's no queues. You go straight into the main entrance.
Well, no, but with the... Even with the Musée d'Orsay... So, if they are under 18, if they are under 18, they don't have to queue to pay.
Not too sure.
Because if you got the ticket, are you just say a preceptor, a preacher? No, a preceptor. Well, when people they go to school, but they had like this male figure, they would.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, and that's one of the, actually the main point. That's why the city is so famous, because it's been a site of pilgrimage since the 12th century. But his relationship with the church, with religion, goes back to the 6th century, so a lot deeper than we think, because Saint Augustine was actually sent by the Pope in the 6th century to Christianize these barbarians that we had up here, up north in England. He was sent here, and being Canterbury on the way from Dover to London, he thought it was a nice place to stop. Canterbury wasn't founded by him, wasn't even founded by the Romans. The Celts was the first one that actually settled in this area, and then the Roman took over. But having the Roman Empire fell actually, in the 4th century, Canterbury was left on his own device over here. We called them barbarians, sorry, we were so civilized at that time in Italy. I don't know where the civilization has got now, but at the time we were. So we thought to come over here and change their religion, teach them the real religion that for that time was the Catholic. Christian Catholic religion. So he came here, St. Augustine came here, and he was actually the first Archbishop of Canterbury. Now, we can jump and we can skip a few centuries and go back to why Canterbury is so famous now and why it's a site of pilgrimage still nowadays. Any particular name that you can remember? Thomas Becket, that's pretty interesting. Yes, Thomas Becket. So, Thomas Becket time, we are talking again about the 12th century. Kind of half 12th century. To understand a bit what has happened, we have to understand the situation at that time. I'm sorry, 1 second. I have to just kind of drink a bit of water, sorry. More. Right, sorry about that. So, you know who was the king at that time? Henry II, that's really interesting. Now, Henry II was actually born in France. He wasn't born in England, he was born in France. And when the king died, his mom thought it a good idea to claim the throne for him. So she came around in England and started to have her army fighting for the throne. So they were fighting for Henry II and his cousin. He was still young, so he stayed in France. He stayed with his preceptors, and they were just teaching him, but not family. So he was brought up alone, basically. So he was pretty much a solitary man with not many friends. And when he came over to England to join his mom for the fight for his throne, he soon realized that he couldn't really make many friends because most of his friends would die in battle anyway. So again, his character got more and more introverted and more close. Now, when he became a king, the first thing he did, he decided that the best way to actually reign in this country was to go around England and find out the situation of his people. So he started going around England. He used to go away for months and months, leaving his wife alone here, and so not really have time having friends. But he had one friend, one person that he really trusted, and that person was Thomas Becket. Exactly, he was. So what's happened? Imagine this. Now, Henry II wasn't really good in dealing with the church as well, not at all. Now, the church at the time was even a political power, a really, really strong political power. So you had to be good in keeping the balance of all the powers that you had. Diplomacy was born a couple of thousand years ago, and it's kind of a spider web of relationship, and you have to keep the balance in between all the different powers you've got. So the Pope instead of Henry II. And after he subscribed the Constitution of Clarendon's that was stating the supremacy of the king even over the church, Thomas Becket decided not to not sign it. Sorry, I'm losing words. Back it up. Thank you very much. He didn't back it up in public, and well, that was what made Henry II got mad, and so he sent Thomas Becket in exile in France. The Archbishop stayed there for 6 years. Yes, if you see the towers, these are the towers of the cathedral. If you saw the towers on the left hand side, not now, you can't see them anymore, but the two big towers you saw were the tower of the cathedral.
What was I?
Okay, so he stayed there for 6 years, and again it was a big diplomacy work that brought him back to England. So Henry II decided that's fine. In 1170s, okay, you can come back to England as long as you are stating my supremacy over the church. He accepted, and he was back to England. Now, as I told you before, Henry II was brought up in France, so he decided up to Canterbury, dashed into the cathedral and killed the Archbishop. And oh, sorry, if you look on the left-hand side, this is still part of the normal walls that were around the city. They were enclosing the cities in medieval times. So since that moment onwards, the cathedral has been a pilgrim site. You can still see the site where the archbishop was murdered. Unfortunately, the tomb itself has been destroyed by Henry VIII. So when, you know, the break with Rome and everything, well, it destroyed the tomb, so you can't see. But as soon as you get into the cathedral, you walk the nave, and then on the left-hand side you'll see a modern art sculpture, and that's the site where Thomas Becket was murdered. Now, if you look at the walls themselves again, you can see that they've got lots of holes and everything. Again, it's like the Tower of London yesterday, so the archman could actually shoot the arrows from there. And as you can see, most of the gate has actually been completely destroyed. Canterbury was heavily bombed during the Second World War as well. The cathedral, just a tiny bit, not as much, thank God for that, but most of the city was, so part of the city wall as well, were destroyed completely. Right, we are really close by to the place, sorry, to the place we're gonna get dropped off. So, if you can grab your belongings.
Yeah, no kidding.
Now we're walking down the streets of Canterbury. And we find ourselves a little cathedral on the side. This is the entrance to the cathedral.
When you go in, there'll be a person standing there, or there's a little...
Yes.
£2. Okay, turn it off.
Now we tour further on down. Okay. Pipes for the organ.
You're guessing.
No, that's the organ pipes. The pulpit. Isn't that an interesting? This church is what, over 1,000 years old? 1,400 years old?
Like 595 on the...
Yeah, so that puts it it's 2000 now. It's 1500 years old, 1400 years
To
old.
overcome an era. Well, actually, barely 500 years is not bad. It's still. I don't know, man.
So where are we going to go, folks? This way?
So it must be 1700. And that was yes. That was
We'll just walk on through. Oh, and I got a photography pass. This is St. Thomas of Canterbury. Oh, this is a copy of the 15th century statue. The stonework is amazing. Another organ. Monumental sculptures, 1180.
No photos in the crypt.
We all know it's not true. Thank you. Oh, we have to go in there, huh? Or is that... I'm gonna zoom in. That. Check out the zoom. Where is it now? There it is.
There isn't a lot of participation from the worshipper.
Here we have another. There are more cathedrals in this cathedral. It's like, oh, look at this. Wow. Oh, check this out. Got 8 minutes left on this tape. much as we can see. That is something. I'm going blind. That is all carved, I do believe. This is just beautiful. And that's all you can say. Beautiful. Check out those dates. Now check out this tomb. It is all carved. There's ivory and the common stone, whatever it is. It's all done. And then the top of it. And you can see for the most part where some of it is done in sections, but those spears at the top are all one piece. I don't know how they do that.